copy my voice. Let's run back.
It's a bit full. I don't know where we'll stick our books. Shall we stick them there? Hello. Ta-da! Hello everyone, I'm Heather. I'm back for what I'm pretty sure will actually be a quick video. Like, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure this won't take very long. Like, I've got stuff to do. Like, my life is very busy. So basically, the whole point of this video is how do I keep acquiring books? Like, we're in a lockdown. The world is shut down. How do I keep amassing my stock? Like, when the lockdown happened, I thought, well, this is the worst shit ever, but silver lining, I'm actually going to end up getting to the bottom of the books that I've bought in my house that I haven't read yet. And that has not really happened because I keep acquiring books and it's just a stupidness. So basically, I am going to tell you about my haul for roughly the past month in lockdown. And I still don't really fully understand how it happened. Okay, so the first one has actually, to be fair, been in my house a while. It has belonged to my husband for a while, and I have appropriated it. Like, he's already read it. Like, what does he need it for? It's my turn now. And it's called Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs by Klosteraman. So this is like basically a 1980s love story / hate story. So it's just a guy sort of talking about all the various different parts of like living in the 80s and just sort of like saying his thoughts on them, I think basically is the idea. Attacks the entire spectrum of postmodern America: reality TV, internet porn, breakfast cereal, serial killers, Pamela Anderson, Jesus freaks. Like, basically it's just funny. It's hilarious. It's about the 80s. Like, what's not to love? You know, like, why not? The next one is called calm down. The Bromance book club by Lyssa K. Adams, and this one came to my attention because I'm doing the Pop Sugar reading list challenge that sort of I always do every year. It's like 52 books, I think, based on prompts that you do throughout the year, and I obviously read more than 52 books in a year, but I always try to sort of like do those ones as well and then more. So one of the prompts on the list is a book to do with a book club. So this one basically is about this guy who can like satisfy his wife or whatever. So she wants a divorce, not just because of that, I imagine, but you know, it's like the last straw. Like, they can't satisfy the situation. So he has joined this like secret romance book club of men, and they're like high-flying type men, like really like wealthy and powerful sort of men in the city. And they're reading this like really cheesy, like, you know, romance book, like, you know, about a countess or whatever, and they're also like coaching him in his love life. So I think that that's gonna be pretty funny. Like, it's a bit of like a, you know, a junk food for the mind read, I reckon. That'll just be 100% fulfilling. Like, and I think that I'm on a roll in that way. Like, all of the books that I've acquired are sort of like comfort reads. Do you know what I mean? Like, so the next two are parts of series that I just like anyway, and I've just bought the next books in the series because why not? The world is ending. I'd rather it end with me reading series books that I like. So anyway, this one is The Death Without Company by Craig Johnson, and this is part of the Longmire like mystery series. So this guy is like, you know, your average like sexy silver fox sort of like sheriff guy in Wyoming, you know, and he goes about catching murderers and like having a gun and just being generally sexy. So I think this particular one is about someone who dies in a nursing home, or she's like murdered or something. She's quite old, and he's got to sort of like go back through her life and her history and everything, and she has like a connection to the Basque community in the area, which I think is pretty interesting. So there's that one. Next one, again, ooh, just love those comfort reads, me at this time of need. This one is Listening Woman by Hillerman. I love these. So it's sort of a similar thing in that it's like a sheriff and a deputy or whatever. These like police on a Navajo Indian reservation. And it's always like the crime or whatever. It's always something tangible and real. Like it always ends up being something, you know, one like human guy murdered another human guy for the really human want of money. Do you know what I mean? But like when they're solving the case, there's always loads of things that point to the supernatural and sort of spiritual things and sort of like Indian legend type things. So this one is to do with like a shaman, sort of a magical woman or like a seer or something that is sort of like pointing the police in a direction toward, you know, something about this murder. So somebody was murdered, like horrifically murdered, and they're sort of following the seer woman who's like saying stuff about it. I imagine at the end it's just gonna be like, yeah, one guy got jealous of the guy who was seeing his wife or something, you know, like it always ends up being like that, but it's really good. I love it. Okay, so today my kid and I went to the like a book exchange phone booth thing by our school, and there's quite a cute stuff in there, good stuff in there. Like I didn't see really anything that I just was in love with, so I didn't really take a lot. I only took one book, and I took one book, even though we left like 15 books there. Like, if I'm honest with myself, the reason that we did that is because I wanted to get rid of the books in my house, not really to get books back. But I'd say we have built up a good credit for that particular phone booth in future. So if we were to get books out of there, you know, later, I reckon we don't need to bring any more books. Like we've built up a good credit. But the one that I got is this one, Faith, Hope and Love by Llwyd Owen, and I don't really know anything about it. So her school is a Welsh language school. So, you know, in Wales you can either do school in like the English language, so you know your teacher speaks English and they teach English, like they teach math in English and science in English, you know, and it like Welsh is one of the subjects at your school. And then there's also like Welsh language schools where like there's an English as a subject, you know, that is taught, but everything else is in the Welsh language. So you learn math in the Welsh language, you learn science in the Welsh language, like that. So because of that reason, loads of the people that sort of come around that area are going to be like really Welsh, you know, Welsh speaking, and like I don't know, like really into sort of like Welsh culture stuff. So I did find that there was quite a bit of that in that phone booth, and this is one of them. So it's a Welsh author. Alan Brady was a bit of a mummy's boy, stuck at home at 30 in the suburbs. His grandfather moves in, brings fresh air, faced the hard decision of his life just out of prison. Oh shit. Haunted by his brother Will's perfect new family, he seeks in dangerous new friends what he needs from his lost kin. Drawn into Cardiff's underbelly, events take a turn toward the tragic as Al discovers he cannot break free of his own blood ties. Like, basically that sounds awesome. Like, there's like a cemetery on the back, so I'm pretty excited about that one. So the other ones I got sort of mainly to read with my kid, but I don't think they're actually kids' books, some of them. So I think 2 of them are properly, but the other 2, I think they're just normal adult books, but because they're graphic novels, like my kid and I like to do that, we like to read those. So the first one is Gangsta Granny by David Walliams, and I have been sleeping on David Walliams, to be totally honest. So I did not know that he has written a gazillion of these books and that they're super popular with kids and also super funny. So this particular one is about a grandmother who's also like a thief. She's like an international thief who steals things and is like a gangster. So, you know, it's not got like loads of pictures and stuff. It's just like, you know, it's like a sort of middle grade type book. But I think my kid's gonna absolutely love it, and I'm pretty excited about it as well. Like, I'm just weirdly into stuff like that. So there's that one. The next one. So when I was a kid, envision, you know, roughly 10-year-old's me. I used to love Babysitter's Little Sister. I reckon not even 10, like younger than that, like maybe 7. I used to love Babysitter's Little Sister books, and it's like I was part of a club, and I had like a special carrying card because I was a card carrying member of the Babysitter's Little Sister book club, and they'd send me one Babysitter's Little Sister book every month, and I had a whole collection. It was a whole thing. So when I saw that now they do Babysitter's Little Sister graphic novels, this is what I've been waiting for in my life, and my kid is loving it as well. So I'm going through nostalgia town, and my kid is just like loving that it's like a graphic novel for kids. So the idea is, you know, the Babysitters Club, like anyone, you know, from the 90s remembers the Babysitters Club. Well, I was never into the Babysitters Club. I was into this, like the sister series or whatever, to do with her little sister. So in here, Christy is also a character in here because she's the babysitter, but she's not like the main character. The main character is Karen, her little sister. So much awesomeness. Okay, so the next two are the two that I plan to read with my kid, though I'm pretty sure they're not actually kids' books. I'm just gonna make them that because life is hard. The first one is Sheets by Brenna Thummler. And I like the sort of like illustrations in it. It's all sort of like a pastel-y type, like low color. Do you know what I mean? It's all sort of like the same color scheme. So this one is about a 13-year-old girl who works in a laundromat and her friend who's a ghost and haunts the laundromat. And I think it's going to be cute and funny. I'm pretty excited about that one. Like, my kid's already had a look at it and she likes the girl with all the like long blonde hair. So we're excited. Okay, so the last one, this one is Lumberjanes by, oh, like a load of people, I reckon. I don't know. And it's less like a book, I guess, and more like a comic book-ish. It's a series, there's loads of them. Right, so the basic idea about this one is that they're all at camp. So all these kids are together at camp, and there's like a mystery and like magical happenings or whatever, but they're still determined to like have the best time at camp or whatever. And I think there's like, I don't know, like magical elements or like different creatures and stuff that sort of come up. But I don't really know a whole lot about it. I just heard someone say that it was really cute and funny, and that I really like it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one as well. Right, so that was what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books that I've acquired in a month. Like, that's basically more than I normally would have acquired just in a normal month when like bookstores and stuff are open. Yeah, I don't even like, okay, so one I got off my husband. Like one I got from the phone booth. I think the other ones I just sort of have like, you know, acquired. Like got one from a friend. They sent me in the mail. Yeah, one I ordered online. I don't know where these other ones have come from. One I got at Tesco today while shopping, as you do. Like, you go to the big Tesco to get the special kind of vegan stuff you can't get elsewhere, but also there's something that they have at the big Tesco. Books. Right, well, thank you for watching this book haul. If you have any questions or comments or concerns about any of the books that I have featured here, please let me know. I'm very pro conversation in the comments section because there's literally nothing else to do. So thank you for watching. I love you all. Goodbye.